All must serve the one true king.
As I lay me down to sleep, I pray my soul is mine to keep. My soul can never step outside this bed, never into all the evil, now back from the dead.
Are you scared?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, once again, to Tales of a Death Knight. I am your host, Nobunaga, and I am here once again to give you a glimpse into the wrath of the Lich King Beta, and most specifically, Death Knights. This is the last setting for the Death Knight starter quests, the Siege of New Avalon. It is here that you complete the final quests before finding out just why, exactly, Arthas' own Death Knights have joined the ranks of the Alliance and the Horde. In this final event, as I hinted at the end of episode 2, Arthas, or the Lich King, bestows upon you a summoning horn for your own Frostworm. This Frostworm was data mined long ago, and has been going around the various websites. Unfortunately, as of this moment, we can't precisely say whether it will actually be a player mount eventually, or simply meant for this quest. As you look down below, you will eventually see, as the video progresses, ghouls, abominations, a war going on between the remainders of the Scarlet Crusade and the Scourge forces. Yes, I know, the wings aren't flapping, and some of the animations are a little quirky. But this is beta, after all. That's what we're here for. I'm going to assume things will get better before they go live. But the quest here is rather simple. Go out, use your Frostworm, and slaughter 200 members of the Scarlet Crusade and 15 of their ballistas. It does get interesting, as you have an ability Devour Humanoid, which literally snatches up a Scarlet Crusade member, lifts them into the jaws of your Frostworm, and carries him away, devouring and restoring your mana and health. As we progress, you will see an army waiting for us. During this quest, you have to manually dodge ballistas, arrow fire, and spell that are launched into the sky after you, meanwhile raining down frosty death. It does take a considerable amount of time. You should probably expect 5 to 10 minutes on this quest, but it's a lot of fun. It can be a bit of a pain if you're not good at dodging. The ballistas will take a fair chunk of your health. If you stand still too long, you'll plummet from the sky, which leads to a quick death. Now, the following is lore, and it is spoilers. Soon to come is the final event that shows exactly why the Death Knights have chosen to leave Arthas' service. If you want a spoiler, by all means, but if you don't, turn the video off right now. This is your warning. In the final event upon returning to the Lich King, he sends Mograine with his best Death Knights, you being one of them, to lay siege to Light's Hope Chapel. He calls out to the army of the Scourge as the sky darkens and a plagued rain begins to fall. The legions of the Scourge begin to rise up from the ground, to rush out from the bromine mill behind you. And upon his very command, charge Light's Hope Chapel. What follows has been referred to as the Marathon of Awesome. I am not such one. I believe this to be a much more epic event than simply that. I have purposefully cut away large bits of this, as the event will last about 10 to 15 minutes. But you, aside Mograine and many others, charge forward into Light's Hope Chapel, full of every name that you could remember from your old Eastern Plaguelands days, and you fight, until finally, Tyrion Forgering himself appears and defeats Mograine on the field of battle. This is where the lore comes in. Mograine tells the Death Knights to surrender. After a long conversation, Mograine appears that he may fight again, but the very memories of Mograine take manifest, and his father shows his face. The original forger of Ashbringer, the original wielder, and we get a touching bit of story, until finally the Lich King decides he has seen enough. As we soon find out, after Mograine and the Lich King clash swords, and Mograine is quickly dispatched, Arthas sent the Death Knights on purpose, so that they might die and expose Tyrion Forgering for him to destroy. As Forgering realizes what happens, the Lich King and Forgering draw blades and fight. Or rather, attempt. As the entire populace of Light's Hope Chapel is brought to heed before Arthas, Mograine sacrifices a bit of himself and throws Ashbringer to Tyrion Forgering. With his very touch, Ashbringer is purified, and the true battle begins, which I'm not going to show you. In the end, however, Arthas is beaten back, and Light's Hope Chapel is saved. Tyrion Forgering heals Mograine, and both share a few moments of conversation. In the end, Mograine pledges the services of all Death Knights to fight. That's my time for tonight. As you can see, there's a lot more in store. I have instances, skills, strategies, and ability combinations, all of which I will share with you in Episode 4. Rate and subscribe. Spread Tales of a Death Knight to the corners of WoW for an unbiased review of the Death Knights. I welcome you back, and I thank you for watching. Until next time.